what it is, what it do. Boss here. Again, for those of you who are still making complaints and having an issue with the way things are and the parameters that they make us go through, get over it, would you? I mean, come on, chill out. By now, if you don't realize we're just up against a different set of circumstances, then you're just ridiculous. Yeah, this what I gotta do. This what I got stuff I got to do too. I got to watch Narcos, and I got to, you know what I'm saying? I just came back from the States, so I'm quarantined down 14 days. I got to be inside. They have apps that track where you are. You have to do a mobile phone facial check-in every day for for the 14 days that you're inside to give proof. Give proof that you're inside and doing what you're supposed to do. And if you're caught anywhere else and they can verify that you're supposed to be inside and you're outside, guess what? You don't have to go to jail. To jail. And us being contractors, 9 times out of 10, that probably means you have to get your ass sent home or something like that. So you can't even, take that lightly. You may want to, or you may think you should, but you shouldn't. The cost and the risk is just not worth it. Sit still and chill out. I said, if it's God's will, I will be still. If it's God's will, I will be still. And if that's what he got planned for me to do, statewide regulations or simply God's choice of what I should be doing, then I just sit my behind still for a little while. If it's God's will, I will be still. So I made a little video earlier of some healthy choice options I'm making as far as eating. So I'm going to have some meatballs mixed with mozzarella cheese and continue watching my shows and exercise and get myself on an even keel from all the bad eating I did stateside. And I'm gonna do what I got to do. You know what I mean? If it's God's will, I will be still. And I'm going to eat while I do it. So, it's not a big deal. But like I was starting to say, if you haven't traveled or you don't travel or you don't do a lot of traveling, oh my gosh, to do it now is almost unbearable. I ain't going to call it a nightmare, but it ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. You have to wear the following. Here you go, I'll show you. You have to wear a mask. You have to wear a mask. You have to wear a mask. Your ticket and your itinerary says that you have to be wearing a mask. Okay? Now, you arrive, you're getting ready to check in or you're doing whatever you're doing before you board the plane. Guess what else? They will issue you one of these. And an automobile paint spray mask in case you want to spray a car in between here and your destination. Put this shit on. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. You got to have that. You got to have this, on top of, whatever other parameters the stuff you put on your hands, hand sanitizer, gloves, whatever else you feel comfortable wearing. But that's at least what you'll find all the passengers on your flight going to wherever you're going wearing. They issue you the little auto body spray paint mask, and you're supposed to come with your own, facial mask. You have a shield and a mask. They're taking the precautions that they think they have to. And not only that, see, I told you my story. Let me talk to you for a second. Because I have a story behind the fact of how I even made it here when I did, which was destined to be 5 days ago. If you saw my last post, I set out from Florida to come back here to Kuwait, and for whatever the reason, God saw fit for me not to. So I ended up getting stopped in Washington, Dulles Airport. So they're like, yeah, we see that you have a negative COVID test, but you haven't had it done within the last 96 hours, so we can't accept this. Blah, blah, blah. Nobody got slapped. Could have, didn't, could have, didn't, could have. So I ended up renting a car and going to a town they said that would allow me to get a COVID test done there, which was in Virginia, the very next state over. Sure enough, they were closed. They were damn closed, so that didn't happen. So that was a Sunday. I called them. They called me back Monday, and they said, "Hey, how you doing? We hear that you're the boss, and we ain't got no openings, so ain't no availability for you to bring your ass here today. Now tomorrow, you can come give us a try." So that's what I did. That's what I did. I went there the next day. So Sunday, Monday, and now Tuesday, here I am. Someplace I didn't think I'd be, doing what I didn't think I'd do. But God's plans are just that. What you're going to do and what you want to do going to change sometime. It ain't going to be the same thing. So I got the testing done. They ram that thing down all the way up here. Anybody do cocaine? Anybody did cocaine? Not me, I'm just saying. I didn't do nothing similar to that. But anyway, they rammed the thing all the way up here, rub it around, and the test came back the following evening. So the following evening, which was Wednesday, they said, yeah, okay, you are negative, no positive COVID, no HIVs, no nothing, no HIV, you ain't got the HIV. Come on and get your test. So got on the flight the following day and started making my way here. So that's when I found out I qualified for a auto body spray paint, a shield, and a mask. And I did that trip for 12 hours from there. And then, transitioned over here. And guess what they had waiting for me when I got to Kuwait? Just like the loving people that I know they are. Another test. Anybody ever done cocaine? Ram it. Oh, here you go. You like that? You like that? You feel it? You feel it? Good. 10% of the passengers from the flight, a random choice of 10% of the passengers from the flight will get tested. I was in the number. One more time. Hey, man, look. So don't tell me about how hard you got it or what you got to do to go where you want to go. If you got to fly anywhere to get there, it's going to be somewhat of a task, and you got to do what it asks you to do. You got to. There's an application that we had to download on our phones called Slonic. Slonic let me know when I was in Kuwait. Slonic let me know how long my quarantine is. Slonic texted me this morning and said, "Hey, show me your face. Show me your face." Sure enough, that app has me tracked to where I am and my address, exactly where I'm at right now. They sure do. And this morning, they asked for a facial recognition. So I went on there, cheese. And they said, "Okay, you checked in for another day. 13 more to go, asshole, sit down." And I did that. And I did that. So here we are. Here we are. It ain't over. It ain't as bad as you think. Could be worse. Could be worse. So don't complain too much. Don't bitch and moan and cry too much. I mean, it could be, the circumstances could be worse. I could have tested positive. You could test positive. And if you don't go through these parameters, there's a possibility that you could test positive. Why take that chance? Why take that chance? I was looking at Rocky Giovanni, the muscled up Miami phenom. Her mother was giving a testament of how, she had a cousin who went in to get tested, and that was the last time she saw her. She didn't come out of the hospital. She didn't come to say, "Oh, this is what I got to do." She didn't come and say, "I got to wear a mask." She didn't come and say, "Okay, y'all stay with me. I'm going to be quarantined." She died in the hospital. And that was the last time she saw her. How emotional, how heartfelt. You wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want that for your loved ones. So do what you got to do. This too shall pass. Stay positive. Work on the things that you can with the time that you have. There's a reason behind it all. Don't pass it up complaining about what it is instead of what it could be. So, do your best. Fly yourself. Get a hobby. Lift some weights. Check your gut. You sure you don't need to do some sit-ups or some crunches? That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing something similar to that. I'm telling you. I don't know exactly what my weight was when I left, but I'm pretty damn sure it wasn't this much. And I'm going to get rid of it. And I got the time to do so. So stay and be an encouraging inspiration to somebody, because you never know who's watching. God bless you.